Oh, December 17th. Friday, December 17th, 2021. Big news. My first Moringa tree. Actually, there's my second and third in there. And actually, they should be coming up in there. And I got another one too. But yeah, I planted these, I'm thinking around the 2nd or 3rd. Today's the 17th. So 2 weeks, basically, almost. This one's been up for a couple days, kind of like that, poked out. So this one will be like that in a couple more days, and then this one will be like that in a couple more days, and so on and so forth. But they're planted in these big cardboard tubes like this because one of the places I was watching, one of the videos I watched, they said that they need a long taproot. You don't want to obstruct the root. So I got all these cardboard tubes, so I planted those up, and I figured that, this would be the most economical way to do it. I've got cardboard tube. It's biodegradable. I can just throw that in it'll compost itself. And it uses less dirt. You just have a tiny little bit of dirt in there instead of trying to fill a great big, pot like this. I can plant 6 of these tubes instead of 1 of these pots and have all the roots separated, ready to go, and just probably plant that whole tube right into the ground. So very economical. And for the mushrooms, I found this stuff. It's a oak hickory mix. This was $6, $6.88 a bag, I think it was. And I think that'll be a good substrate for the mushroom inoculation. I actually have some mushroom stuff coming today, I think, or today or tomorrow, but check this out. I was looking at some videos, and they're saying you can grow mushrooms in coffee grounds. Well, that's what these are. This is the little puck that's left over after I make espresso in the morning, and you can see all that white in there. That is oyster mushroom, because what happened was I threw a piece of an oyster mushroom in there in my compost bowl. So I throw everything into my compost pile, and I threw a couple little chunks of coffee grounds on there, and they molded up. And that is my mushroom culture, basically. I think it's spreading down here onto the log a little bit, and that's just growing out in the sun. Now the other thing is, I got my mushroom kit down here. Now this is supposed to bloom again and flush a second fruit, a second bloom of mushrooms. But I don't know, either I did something wrong, or I don't know, but it's not, doesn't look like it's producing anything. But that block is still mycelium, and it's not dead. It's still growing, I think. So even if my stuff doesn't come today, I'm going to take this block out and slice it up into little pieces and do a couple totem style logs and get them started, since, I mean, I can just grow, stuff just grows naturally in my coffee grounds. All I have to do is expose it to it. And you can see where the guy was climbing on my tree here. You can see these spike marks. That's where the guy was spiking to climb that tree. Cut it down. And I'm going to totem a whole bunch of these logs. And I figure the bigger they are, the longer they're going to produce, the more nutrient they got in there to work. So, yeah, I'm going to experiment with that a little bit. Oh, and also, now that my oak tree's down, this is all in the sun. This is all getting sun here. This would normally be shaded by that oak tree. Of course, this is winter sun. The winter sun's down a little lower in the west right now. Right there's the sun. Summertime, the sun would be, almost directly overhead, like up there. Of course, by then I'm going to have a lot more canopy from all these bamboos filling in and getting taller, and new ones coming up as long as we get enough rain. But yeah, this is going to be hopefully my mushroom area here. And actually, the more you go over here, the more shade you have. So I'm going to be clearing a lot of this out. A lot of this is lemongrass. I got to cut back and move, get rid of, and lay out logs in here. Got a bunch of logs soaking over here. I also saw a thing where you ferment or soak your wood chips for up to 2 weeks to kind of pre-sterilize, drive out all the aerobic funguses or whatever, and then drain it and inoculate it and grow your mushrooms in that. And they say that kind of like naturally sterilizes it and helps it grow your mushrooms. So we're going to try that. I'm going to try a whole bunch of stuff. Actually, I got this whole lot now, so a lot of lemongrass got to come out. All my lemongrasses. Oh, there's my Asper S2, and it's getting probably, wow, it's like 10 foot tall at least. Oh, look at this buzzard coming in here. I saw the pair of eagles over the house the other day, but I couldn't get a good shot of them. They got farther away by the time I got the camera out there. And also, oh, I got to hit this with some water. I'm trying to do an air layer on here. Ooh, yeah, it's a little dry. I've been hitting it just about every day. Trying to get that to see if that will air layer off of there. I mean, it does have a little bit of aerial roots down at the bottom, but I can't get them to actually grow. So yeah, there's going to be the little mushroom space in there, and all it's pretty well shaded now. So once all the rest of this stuff in here fills out, they're actually dropping a lot of leaves right now, but they're going to put out more leaves, and then this is going to fill in, and then the next next shoots next spring are going to be probably 10, 15, 20 feet taller than all of these tops, and it's just going to be like double the shade every couple months. And this polymorpha and that polymorpha, along with the long internodes in there, and then this giant asper right here, are going to canopy this whole lot within probably 2 years. Maybe just one, I don't know. It's going to be very cool. And I'm going to do a whole different kind of stripping of the land. Oh wow, those vines are getting way out here. I gotta get rid of a lot of these vines. I gotta get rid of all of them actually. So that is a 8-minute update of all of the stuff. Here's one of the ground dwelling plants I'm going to try to harvest and save and trim back and relocate. It's not really a moss, it's a little plant. It's got a stem, but it grows flat on the ground like a ground cover, and it'll grow in pretty strong sun too, I believe. So I'm going to try to save that instead of just burning everything to the ground like I used to do. So yeah, I got to run up and get a power steering pump. Then I'm going to come back and chop that block up and stick it in some logs. Cut.